The howl of the wolf fills a lonely canyon high above the desert land they call Chacote. The flint strikes the steel, a cloud conceals the final stand, and the noble fall of the great wheat. Stay safe, stay warm, and you stay free with Chacote Outdoor Recreation.
That's it right there.
So here's my basic plan. I did a rough sketch on paper to try to sketch out this baker tent. You know, I put it together with paper first, just to kind of see how each piece would fit together, what the measurements would be, and I converted inches into feet to really make this thing happen. But I'm trying to do that with one hand while I do the camera. But you can see that was my basic concept, okay, for this baker tent. And I thought, how hard could it be? So, you know, I got it measured out. You know, the overall top is 12 feet altogether. It's 2 feet from the bottom suspension thing, and there's my sides. And that's what I did. I did it first in paper, and then, like I said, converted the inches into feet. And that was my basic concept. And here's the tools that I used to do this thing. The first thing you're gonna need is some canvas drop cloths, and these are painter tarps. This one's a 6x9. But you know, anything you try, you're gonna have trial and error. Well, I had some trial and error with this, and it came out okay. It's usable, but it was a little bit more work than I bargained on. As far as the putting the grommets in, this is the grommet kit that I chose. Now, this is from Bostitch, and it's a relatively simple kit. It's buy one, you get everything you possibly need. You get the tools to put the grommets in. Relatively simple. I'm not going to bore you with that. The instructions on how to put the grommet in are right on the back. But for $6 you can't beat that if you want the ability to put a grommet in something. I'm going to take you guys out to the old woods today and see how I did with this little project that started out with just you know, taping some pieces of paper together. So let's see how it came out, if it came out usable or not. We'll check it out.
Hey, Bill here with Chacote Outdoor Recreation. So, I put up a baker tent today. It's one of my favorite tent setups. Simple tarp thing, if you know how to do a grommet, and I'll be teaching you that. You can easily construct one of these. It's a nice little tent. It's probably my favorite tent setup because in the middle of the night when it gets cold, all I got to do is take a stack of wood from under the bunk and throw it right here on the fire, and I'm good to go. If you ever spent any time in a wall tent and you've had a you know, fireplace in there, you know every 2 hours you're feeding that thing and you wake up freezing. With this, it's a piece of cake. As soon as the fire dies down, I could just reach over here, get myself another piece of wood and put it in. Plus, during the day, just living in camp, it's nice for cooking. Everything's right here. It's centrally located. You're not having stuff here and having stuff there. I can cook my meals right here. It's just an easier way to go. So I'm going to take you around, show you around the old baker tent so you can kind of get an idea, a feel for what it looks like. So stick with me. This ought to get pretty interesting.
So there's the back of it right there. You can see how easy that's set up. It's got a little suspension system on the back there. It just makes a nice thing. And you know, as far as that opening there, I seam that up. You know, at night I tie it up a little tighter. Tighten all my ropes and everything, get it nice and tight just in case it rains. But I kind of like that little opening right now. It's giving me a little breeze, so that's why you see such an opening there. So you can see lots of room in there. This is the interior. It's a great place to set your cot up, know that you got some shelter for the night, and get your meal preps done and all that before the hunt. And it just makes things a lot easier.
So hey, I really hope you enjoyed that. God knows I did it. I slept like a baby up here for the last couple of days. Did a lot of scouting around, really enjoyed myself. And I hope you enjoyed this look at the Baker tent. Till the next time I see you, you stay safe, you stay warm, you keep yourself free.
Good morning.
Morning. So can you tell me about the color tabs? I know red is a sergeant. What were the other two?
The rank for corporal would actually have been a green tab. The sergeants were red, and they didn't have different breakdowns of sergeants. This is corporal, sergeant, privates had nothing, and then you get to the officer class, and they start out the lower ranks. They start with one silver epaulet, which would be a subaltern or lieutenant, and then as the ranks go higher, you end up with more gilt, more stuff. Generals having both shoulders festooned with more gilt. So.
All right. Well, Barney, thank you. That's awesome.
You're very welcome.